Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Marie Cashmere, and today I'm sharing with you guys how I structured this gallery wall in my living room. Basically, the first part of this video is going to be me showing you the wrong way to do it, pretty much. And then the second part, I had my husband come in the next day and we kind of fixed everything that I did wrong. So what I'm doing here is I'm measuring out where the pictures are going to go and where I'm going to put my holes for the picture frames. Now, what you're seeing on the wall behind me is some cutouts that I had already put up to kind of place where I wanted the picture frames to go. I measured the exact size of the picture frame and then cut it out and put them on the wall like this, which if you follow me on Instagram, you kind of saw that little sneak peek. So the first hole that I put in for that picture frame is exactly 1 foot from the ceiling. So that's kind of like what I use as a starting point. And the picture is exactly 3 feet from that side wall that you're seeing there. So I am by no means an engineer. My husband actually had laid this out as far as like planned the measurements for everything that we needed a while ago, probably last year. But we did not take into account the light switches. So I kind of had to redo everything, and he's working from home too, and he said that he would help me the next day, and I was just being impatient, so I wanted to do it myself. So I figured, I know how to hang a picture, so I am drilling in the holes and gonna move forward with trying to do it by myself. So what I'm measuring here, the pictures are exactly, the holes I should say, are exactly 2 feet apart, which leaves room for just a little bit over 3 inches in between each picture from side to side. And then the hole at the top and the hole at the bottom is exactly 2 feet 9 inches apart. So just to kind of give you guys a little bit of an idea of what we did as far as the measurements for everything. And the reason that we did that is because of the size of our wall. So it may be different for your wall if you're planning to recreate this. The picture frames I got are from Ikea. They are the Riba frame. The actual frame itself is 20 by 28. The picture inserts that I have are 16 by 20. I got these pictures printed out at Walgreens. They were having a sale. I want to say it was like half off all prints, which I posted on my Instagram a while back. So I think they actually still have this sale going on. So if you're planning to redo this, you may want to get your stuff printed out at Walgreens. Some of these pictures are professional pictures that we have from our like actual camera, and then I believe a couple of them are just camera phone pictures. They came out really good blown up. I did adjust the color to get kind of this black and white vibe. There's a little bit of color in some of the pictures, which is how I wanted it, but I adjusted all of that through Lightroom. If you're interested in knowing how I did that, just let me know. But yeah, I just edited the pictures in Lightroom to make them all uniform. And yeah, so I am going in here with my little level child, because you couldn't tell me that I was not doing this the right way. And I was like, I don't need no dude to do this for me. I can do it myself. So yeah. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Marie Cashmere, and today my husband is going to show us all the things I did wrong yesterday while putting this up. So, if you're interested in seeing how he suggests we do this, Mr. Engineer, these little camera shots, okay? Stay tuned. So we're taking all of the picture frames off. When I put them up yesterday, they are a little crooked. So, we're going to take all of these down, and he has some genius way to get them to all be even. So let's see. And we're going to be using green painter's tape to map it out. Line it up. To line it up. Alright? So So in order for us to know how far into the wall we needed to drill the actual nails, my husband is showing here that you put tape around the screw where the picture frame ends, and that is supposed to let us know how far into the wall we need to go. We actually ended up going back and taking the screw out just a little bit because it was a little bit too far in and the hook couldn't get caught on the nail once we actually had it up, but that is a good guide so that you're not drilling too far into the wall. So after taking all of the picture frames down and all of the screws down, what we're doing here is measuring exactly where our pictures, the first holes are gonna go. And so basically what he's doing is measuring 1 foot down from the ceiling on each side. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use green painter's tape. We have used this for everything. What we're doing is we're mapping out that first line, which is gonna be exactly 1 foot down, so that we know where the nails need to be. So like no matter what, if this piece of tape is even and level, which he's checking now, then we know all of the holes will be exactly the same. We just need to measure the distance apart. So that is the first step, and we're going to repeat this on the bottom as well. And so you'll see him just checking the level to make sure everything is right, and then once that is all set, we'll move on to the next step. So what you're seeing here is us discussing how we're going to have to readjust the measurements that we just took, because that green piece of tape is exactly over the holes that I drilled into the wall yesterday. So we had to go back and adjust the picture frames to go up. I think we went up about 1 inch from where that piece of tape is right there, so that we weren't drilling into an already drilled hole, because it would have been too wall and the picture frames would not have been able to go there because the nails wouldn't have stayed. So that's what we're doing here. We had to readjust, basically just doing what we just did all over again. We just moved the piece of tape up about, I want to say it was like 1 inch or 2. So yeah. So here we are measuring the distance between each hole. Remember earlier I said that each picture frame is exactly 2 feet apart. So that's what we're measuring out here, and just marking where that nail is going to go, so that all we have to do next is go back in and drill the hole and then just make sure everything is level. So what we're discussing here is the distance between the top hole or the top picture and the bottom picture. And what I did was I measured it out so that they were 2 feet 9 inches apart. So what we're doing now is basically marking where every nail on the bottom is going to go, putting that bottom piece of tape like we did up at the top, and then we're going to go through and do the same thing for the holes and just make sure that everything is even, and then he'll start drilling the holes. So while I'm just twerking away to whatever song was playing, y'all, he is grabbing the level and making sure that the line that we have marked for the nail on the top and the line that we have marked for the nail on the bottom are level with each other, because in theory, this should make sure that the pictures are all even. So that's what he's doing, just kind of double checking everything before we start drilling holes. So this is where I mentioned earlier that we had to go back in and adjust how far deep into the wall we went with each nail and kind of bring it out just a little bit because it wasn't catching the hook on the picture frame. So just keep that in mind. I will point out one problem that we ended up running into at the end of all of this is that even though the pictures are level, like when we put the level up there, the nails are like, the picture frames don't stick to the wall, if that makes sense. Like it's so far out from the wall that it kind of shifts. So what you're going to see here is like he has the level up there and it's level, but as soon as you take the level off, the picture shifts. So he said that he was going to try to maybe put like a circle of tape on the back of one of the picture frames to see if that will kind of just stick it to the wall so that it doesn't have that little bit of shift, because it literally shifts like a milli inch, if that's even a thing, but then it makes everything look crooked and it's like driving us crazy. So that's one thing that we are going to go back and work on. But at this point, we're taking the tape off of the wall. All the pictures are even, all of the holes are even, everything was level. So we are taking the tape off the wall, and then I'm going to go and organize how I want the pictures to be laid out, like what order I want them in, which in really the only order that I did was I did a color and then a full black and white and then one that had a little bit of color in it. But yeah, that's what we're doing here. Stay tuned to the end of the video for the final outcome. So this is how my downstairs living room is looking so far, and then you're going to see the final outcome for the gallery wall. I am obsessed with how it came out. It came out exactly how I envisioned it, and I'm really excited that I no longer have to look at that blank wall. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Want to see more videos? Check out this one over here or the one over here. See you guys in the next one. Bye.